Hello everyone, my name is Paras Kumar Nirmal. My college ID is 17AMI37. I am a BTech final year student in Mechanical Engineering from Engineering College Ajmer. My seminar topic is Future of Automobile Fuels under the guidance of Dr. Sandesh Trivedi, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. This is the outline of our presentation. Quest for future fuels, types of future fuels, how these fuels are prepared, their advantages, and conclusion from the presentation. Quest for future fuels means why future fuels are required. So here are the points. The world's total energy requirement fulfilled by fossil fuel is 80%, and study shows that if we exploit these at same rate, these will deplete in next 200 to 300 years and petroleum in just few decades. Due to the rapid industrialization and massive growth in population and increase in energy consumption has raised the fears of exhausting of natural resources. Solution. Solution is that we should engage more in research and development of alternative fuels so that we may not face any scarcity of natural resources in the future. Alternative fuels. It is a material or substance that can be used as a fuel other than fossil fuel. These are also known as non-conventional fuel. These are some alternative of conventional fuels: hydrogen fuel cell, biofuel, natural gas, alcohol fuel, electricity, and other fuels. Hydrogen. It is an emission-less fuel. The byproduct of hydrogen burning is water. It stores up to 3 times as much energy as conventional natural gas. When it is burned in an IC engine, nitrogen oxide and carbon monoxide produces due to the use of engine lubricant. If we use hydrogen in a car, it would take comparatively less to fill it up due to the hydrogen fuel cell efficiency. These are the ways by which we can produce hydrogen. Advantages. Hydrogen burns more efficiently than gasoline and creates more energy. Hydrogen has high self-ignition temperature but requires very little energy to ignite it. As a fuel, it is very efficient as there are no losses associated with throttling. Biodiesel. Biodiesel is derived from bioproduct, for example, bean, sunflower, corn, etc. It has same vehicular performance as diesel. It is an economical fuel source. It is free from sulfur. Glycerol is one byproduct which is sold as an independent product. This diagram represents the process of producing biodiesel. Advantages. It is environmental friendly. It can be used in any diesel engine with little or no modification. It helps to lubricate engine itself, decreases engine wear and tear. It is safer than conventional diesel. Natural gas. It is a mixture of hydrocarbon extracted from gas wells, crude oil production, water or sewage treatment. It can be stored in a vehicle either in compressed or liquefied form. A natural gas vehicle is much cheaper than a conventionally fluid vehicle. For example, in India, CNG costs less than a petrol. Delhi Transport Corporation operates world's largest fleet of CNG buses. Advantages. It is cheap, engine friendly, safe, it lowers the emission, it is clean, easy to trap and odorless. It can be used to make hydrogen to power the hydrogen fuel cell technology. These are some examples of CNG vehicles in India. LPG. It is a byproduct produced when natural gas is processed and crude oil is refined. It is non-toxic, colorless and odorless. Odorant is typically added for detection purpose. The LPG run vehicles have lower emission of reactive hydrocarbons, about 1/3 less, nitrogen oxide 20% less, and carbon monoxide 60% less than gasoline vehicles. These are some examples of LPG vehicles in India. Advantages. Due to high thermal efficiency and heating rate, it is easy to manipulate. It is free from carbon monoxide, so less health hazardous, even in the case of leakage. Its cost is 60% of petrol with 90% of mileage. It burns more efficiently because of the higher octane number. More storage and transportation advantages of liquid along with the fuel advantages of gases. Alcohol fuels. First, methanol. Primary alternative methanol fuel being used is M85, means 85% of methanol and 15% of gasoline. In near future, M100 may be used. It is created from synthesis gas, hydrogen and carbon monoxide in the presence of catalyst. Also, it can be produced from non-petroleum feedstocks such as coal and biomass. Hydrocarbon emissions from M85 vehicles are slightly lower than gasoline vehicles, and smoke forming is 38 to 50% lower than gasoline vehicles. Advantages. Minor modification needed to allow gasoline engines to use methanol. High octane and performance characteristics, lower emissions, lower risk of flammability. In SI engines, it can offer an increased thermal efficiency and increased power output when it is compared to gasoline. Presently, China is the world's largest producer and consumer of methanol fuel M100. Ethanol. Ethanol is made by fermenting process from a variety of feedstocks such as sugarcane, potatoes, etc. The liquid ethanol can be used as a fuel blended with gasoline or in original state. The first automobiles on ethanol is built by Henry Ford in 1880. From a gasoline vehicles, it is 30 to 50% less smoke forming and air toxins are reduced by 50%. Advantages. It has higher latent heat vaporization, higher flash point, no hazardous components, output and efficiency, higher compression operation of the engine. Brazil is the highest user of ethanol. 73% of cars, around 27 million cars, runs on ethanol. Other possible fuels. The other possible fuels apart from this presentation are biomass, biogas, electricity, plastic fuel and emulsified diesel fuel, etc. Conclusion. The alternative fuel sources are environmental friendly as opposed to fossil fuel. It helps in reducing air, water and soil pollution. It diminishes global warming, lowers the emission and many of the fuels are renewable, helps in conserve natural resources. Thus, it is important to compare all type of fuels in order to determine the best one economically and environmentally, short term and long term. For this, we need to develop the alternative fuel. Thank you for paying attention. If you have any query related to this presentation, please drop it down in the comment section.